We begin tonight here in Columbia as the Richland County Board of Elections voted to officially appoint an interim director at their afternoon meeting. News 19's Peyton Lewis has those details.
On Wednesday, the Richland County Board of Elections voted to officially appoint Terry Graham as their new interim director.
It has been moved and probably second that we appoint Mr. Graham.
Graham decided to resign from the position of deputy director after Director Alexandria Stevens sent her resignation last week. After saying there would be no one to run the election in Richland County this November, Graham rescinded his resignation on Tuesday and has now been voted in as interim director. But the vote to have Graham fill in still left Richland County residents like Marcurius Bird with concerns.
I have had a lot of friends who don't vote, who aren't registered to vote, interested in getting registered to vote and voting. So I want to make sure that if this is their first time voting, that it counts, that there's no problem, that it's easy, so that we can continue getting them to turn out to vote.
While some in attendance say there are other issues that need to be addressed.
Now we are being told that the deputy director will be taking over when under his leadership we had people standing in line for up to 12 hours trying to vote in Richland County.
And Graham says he's ready for the challenge.
I'm going to do my best to make sure this election go off without any hiccups, make sure these poll workers are paid, make sure our polling location is confirmed, and to make sure that when training time start, that these poll workers are adequately trained, and make sure we are ready for November 8th.
With 77 days until the November election, the board plans to keep hosting meetings to publicly discuss how they plan to address previous issues at the polls and how they plan to solve them moving forward.
Again, that was Peyton Lewis reporting. Now, according to Graham, the poll workers that did not receive pay from working the election in June of this year, the primary, I should say, in June of this year, received their pay starting today. As you know, Richland County has had their share of issues when it comes to elections. In 2012, many machines malfunctioned and there were not enough voting devices at polling places, which led to long lines and wait times as long as 6 to 7 hours. And just 3 years ago, the governor fired the entire Richland County Election Board after it was revealed more than 1,000 votes were not counted in the November 2018 election.